Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Around the Blockchain here on BitBoy Crypto. We come to you every Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're a little late today. We might have a special guest pop in. We're not really sure. Our fourth panel member is a no-show at this moment, but that's okay. The show must go on. My name is Jay Chains. My mom named me Justin, and we are here to bring you Around the Blockchain. We got a great group of guests. We got a new face in the panel today. Very excited to hang out and get some perspective from Ragzy. Who else we got? We've got Santa Stache himself. Have you been a good boy? It's Mr. Stache. And then we got CryptoVet hanging out with us today. Always love to chit-chat with you, bud. And then Rice TVX is the X Factor. We'll see if he pops in a little bit. This is Around the Blockchain. I hope you had yourself a great Friday. Oh, one thing really quick. Make sure that you pop down in the description and follow and like everything that these folks do. They bring you some of the best content in the crypto space. That was a mouthful. Okay. All right. This is Around the Blockchain. If you look down and below, everybody's got a little zero right now in their little score box. If you're in the live chat and you like what they're saying, give a +1. We'll give them some points. Whoever's got the most points at the end of the show is going to leave us with some parting words. That was a mouthful. All right. We got some great topics for you today. We are going to talk about Justin Sun stepping down as his position at Tron, getting into politics. 83% of millennial millionaires now own crypto. And then we'll wrap it up with stable coins. Are they going to merge traditional and decentralized finance? Yes, I do have glasses on today. I hurt my eye. I always wear them. And no, I'm not a nerd. Thank you. Before we get into the show,
not a nerd.
Definitely not.
Nerd.
I know. I'm a nerd.
It used to be an insult. Now it's a title of majesty. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It used to be an insult. Now, if you have the title of nerd, that's a good thing.
You get a point for calling me majestic. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Stache. Thanks, Santa. All right, before we get into today's show, let's take a quick look at some market watch. I know that the markets are not behaving. They are not good boys and girls, so Santa is not going to be delivering anything to us. Global crypto market cap is down 2.1, or is at 2.18 trillion, which is down 2.28% on the day. Bitcoin coming in at 46, saw a scary dip, in my opinion, down to 45. I think 5 was the lowest it got to today. I don't like that, but we'll see where we get to in the next couple weeks here. ETH, it was a little skosh over 4K this morning. We're holding on about 39 right now. BNB 527. Let's look at some winners on the day, because in a big day of losers, we got to talk some winners. Avalanche, I think that's pretty much the token of the day here. Coming in at $113, up 10%. Good day for you Avalanche holders. All right, that's Market Watch. We're going to get into the show. Make sure that you like this video, because it is Friday, it's the holiday, and that's what Santa Stache wants you to do. All right, first topic of the day.
Or no Santa. We're getting no Santa pump if you guys don't like the damn video.
Yeah,
no Santa pump if you don't like the video.
We talked about that last night.
Is that a euphemism?
I did a lot of research into the Santa rally.
Yeah.
I think we're a 50-50 split. We're going to see what happens this year. You're just going to have to wait until December 31st to find out if Santa.
I'm bringing it. Santa Stache is bringing the rally, guys. Hang on, it will come. It's coming your way.
Do it. All right, let's get into this. Justin Sun retiring from Tron and going into politics. Now, he announced today that he's stepping down from Tron to focus on being an ambassador to the Granada government, to the World Trade Organization. Now, if you didn't know this, I did a little research into Granada today. It is a tiny island in the Caribbean with a population of about 113,000 people, and it is dubbed the Spice Isle, and it is a hilly main island home to numerous nutmeg plantations. Very interesting. After watching the U.S.
Is there a
House
quiz
Financial...
after this?
Yes, yeah, just make sure it's the nutmeg plantation. Yep. After watching the U.S. House Financial Services Committee grill 6 executives about crypto last week, Sun said that the industry cannot make an all-on bet on the U.S., given that the country's slow progress and view on crypto's legalization. All right, Ragzy, it's your first time on the show. We're going to open it up right with you. Now, reiterating that Granada has a population of about 115,000 people, which is roughly the size of Flint, Michigan. Is this even a story? Is this newsworthy?
I think it is newsworthy because I think it's interesting because it seems as though they're trying to pilot
this kind of blockchain technology in some of these smaller countries, like we saw what happened with El Salvador. And I think they're picking Grenada. What's interesting about it is it seems to have a really good relationship with China. I believe you don't even need a visa if you're a citizen of Grenada to even go to China. So I think what they're trying to do is kind of utilize these technologies in these smaller countries to see if they're applicable or how they'll affect everybody on a more global scale.
I like that. Now, I didn't know that you could get into. Now, I did a ton of research on Granada today. I did not know that you could get in and out of China without a passport or at least a visa. That's interesting. Now that makes a lot of sense, especially because Justin Sun is from China. All right. Well, moving on. Like him or not, Justin Sun has been in the space for a while. CryptoVet. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I think I just saw. Well, that is certainly not Crypto Rice or Rice TV.
No, I decided to jump in here instead and just take over. I'm the Crypto Factor. How you doing? How everyone?
What is going on, man?
What's going on, Crypto?
We will be to you in just a second, my man. All right. Well, that threw me for a loop. I don't even know where I was. CryptoVet.
You want me to take over?
Yeah. Someone come up here and host for me. I'm out of control now. Do you think that we'll see other countries pick up crypto OGs, or at least founders, important people in the space, as ambassadors, as we're starting to see more countries adopt crypto, or at least push the narrative forward?
Oh, 100%. Because when we look at right now, Justin Sun, I think probably the best thing, him leaving Tron, that's the best thing for the blockchain, right? Because he can take his influence and his presence to a more political standing. And, we have El Salvador now, Granada. Let's say we have other Caribbean, or not Caribbean, I guess it's Bahamas. That's just north of Venezuela. There's a ton of other Bahama or Caribbean islands that go all the way up to Florida. And let's say all of these start going, we're going to start seeing a whole rotation of wealth from, third world countries becoming first world countries. Like right now, I'm the director of technology for Pennyfly Entertainment, and I'm being asked for all these consults all the time for crypto. How can I be a part of it? Going into, our article coming in later on wealth, what are they called? The new investors, the financial advisors for the wealthy. I don't know what they're called because they're not important anymore, right? They don't care. They want to go into crypto. They want to do other things. They don't give a shit about these guys, right? Justin Sun whether you like him or not, he was really, his marketing tactics were crazy. He tried to get a meeting with Warren Buffett to give him the idea and pitch for crypto, right? Who else did that? So I definitely think other countries were going to try to do this because it's like hopping on the bandwagon, the clout of an NFT group. You want to be a part of it, you'll do whatever you can. So I think it's just the beginning.
I think that's a great perspective, and definitely look forward to see what happens in the future with some of these countries. All right, sir, that just popped in. I don't think I've ever met you before. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Paul from the Crypto Factor.
Paul from the Crypto Factor. All right.
Sorry to pop
Show
in
some
like
love for
that.
Paul, man.
Hey, if you're watching this right now, this doesn't happen anywhere else. Make sure that you like this video because this is live. This just happened. This is a surprise to all of us. Paul, great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Really quick, we're going to get back onto this now. When Sun was saying that we can't rely on the U.S. market, he's saying that there's 8 billion people in the world. The United States, there's only 350 million. So he was wrong. I think we're a little over 350 million at this point, and that the U.S. should not be the one to decide the narrative or where crypto goes for the rest of the 7 billion people in the world. Stache, you're here in the United States. As someone from the United States, does his comments about the government make you mad, or is he right that we are self-sabotaging by stifling innovation? Why or why not?
I mean, I hate to say that, yes, he's right, but it is true. The United States has not been very, forward-thinking in their policies towards crypto in general. We've been very slow on the uptake, and I think this has a lot to do with just education. There's a lot of people out there that are, making these decisions that just they can't educate them, and it's not even that they are not getting quality education. It's they're too stupid, and that truly is the case. Is they just can't grasp it. They don't have the scope and the mindset to really grasp what's going on. And this is something I've seen. When you look at older generations that are not super technical savvy, they have a problem really. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you tell them or show them, here's how you do it, here's what it is. There's some things they just don't get. And our government does not get crypto. and they've been so slow to pick up the pace on this stuff that we're seeing every other major nation, well ahead of us. And we're over here struggling. United States citizens, most of you people out there probably watching right now, you can't get in on the best projects. They're still saying it's because we're trying to protect you, which is bullshit. We know that. We know that they're really just trying to protect, these institutional investors, accredited investors, right? Which is another way for the SEC to just keep, the rest of the population in the United States down and make sure we don't get in on the good deals. Crypto's trying to kind of subjugate that a bit. But it's hard when anything we do is just going to be deemed illegal, or the SEC is going to slap our favorite project on the wrist because they're selling to us, or even just giving us free tokens. It makes it really hard when they are doing things like this. They're stifling the technology and the creativity that is coming from this, and that really could put us pretty far behind. Think about if the United States did the same thing when the internet came out. Think about that. That would be a huge blow to us if we were a country that wasn't pushing the forefront of the internet. That's how we are right now. You think about that in the beginning of the internet. If we didn't adopt it, we're like, I don't know, guys, this internet thing. I don't know if we want to give people freedom there. We want to try and protect them from the internet, and we don't want to make it too open and free. If that had been the case, we'd be screwed right now.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you a quick follow-up question to that, because if he's saying that, that we can't let the U.S. be in charge because obviously our population isn't nearly as large as some other ones, or at least make up a majority of the world. So if we do continue on this trajectory where, we stifle the innovation, where we kind of, we drag our feet on all of this, who becomes the superpower? Because as we transition into a digital world, a digital economy, if we're left behind, who picks up the reign?
I mean, that's a really good question, man. I would have to say probably China. When you talk about if setting crypto aside and you just talk about the balance of power, I think that is something we've already seen, this balance of power between it being kind of China, Russia-ish, right, and the United States as being kind of the three of the largest powers, and then I guess you kind of have Europe thrown in there too, right, with the EU and stuff, but. I think in general, I think that's our biggest competition, and I think the United States has already pretty much said that. I think it's pretty obvious, and when it comes down to technology, they have a better handle on pushing that and kind of pushing crypto technology too. I mean, they're one of the first countries that was like, hey, let's experiment with the CBDC, right? Mm-hmm. And so I feel like they are already pretty far ahead when it comes to that. And then people say, oh, well, Bitcoin is centralized because all the mining is in China. And there's been a lot of back and forth between that and then the country always saying that it's banning crypto. And, so, I mean, it kind of could go up and down. But in general, I think that would, kind of be the case. Is I think we could see like a China or Russia in particular, take the lead on something like that.
That's kind of
they see the advantage, like because if you can have any advantage over the United States, it's probably not going to be military, right, or technology at this point. Maybe it's manpower when it comes to China. But what are the ways can you get over on a country like this? And getting exactly money is the other big one, man. So if you have control of that, and you can be somebody that strong arms, the currencies globally like this that are starting to propagate throughout the entire world and the populace. Our global populace, that's a huge power play. It's a huge power play.
And I do want to encourage everybody here that's participating on the panel. If there's something that you want to interject and say, feel free. There's no right or wrong answers. There's your opinions, but obviously pop in. And if you got something to say, raise your hand or just start talking. It doesn't even matter. But with that being said, Paul, I'm going to come to you. Now, I had this question picked out specifically for Rice because I know he's kind of like my privacy guy, the conspiracy theorist. So I'm going to see how you handle this one. This is my conspiracy theory alert question. Justin Sun is a sketchy dude. He's got a big past of being notorious for being a sketchy guy. Is this move, stepping down from Tron, and working with a very low-level small country, and if you're from Granada, I'm not saying that you're a low-level country, but 113,000 people is not very large. Is this a move to launder money or to evade some kind of taxes?
Okay, so you're absolutely right. I'm not a conspiracy theory. Okay, but I will say this. I just wanted to add something on from earlier on. The government, the U.S. government, knows exactly what's going on with crypto. They know exactly what's going on with cryptocurrency. Don't be fooled. Don't think they don't. They have departments dedicated to this. I personally know a former state U.S. senator. They know exactly what's going on. The state is a superpower. They're the number one power in the world. They understand it. What they show and what they talk about, maybe some people don't, but they know what's going on. I also happen to be talking to some people in the Ministry of Defense. They know. Now, since you like conspiracy theories and so on. Now, as for Justin Sun stepping down, look, Justin Sun is undoubtedly one of the best marketers that crypto has. It's, again, whether you like him or not, I'm a marketing guy. He is. Him stepping down, I don't think, wouldn't know about laundering money or anything like that, but it will give him a chance to revive Tron. There was a question, is Tron dead? Is it still alive? I would argue that Tron is just asleep.
Okay.
It's just asleep, and this move can funnel, if you want, what's the word I'm looking for? Interest into Tron again. That said, it would also put him in a position of power. He's mostly a branding guy. If you notice that Justin, his marketing focuses on himself as a brand, kind of like us YouTubers, right? So that's my answer to that, if that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great. We'll give you one more point there for that. Now, unfortunately, yes, go ahead, Ragzy.
Oh, yay. Okay, I wanted to touch on that point when he talked about Justin Sun being an excellent marketer. Yeah, I also want to add that I think it could be a marketing play for Grenada, because right now, a big part of their economy thrives on tourism. So, with El Salvador, you really didn't hear about El Salvador in the news a lot until recently when it decided to adopt, right, blockchain technology and Bitcoin and all these things. So, I think it's interesting. I think we'll see more of these smaller countries that have been struggling economically kind of jump on the bandwagon of blockchain and adopting some of these cryptocurrencies a little faster. Also, because it's advertisement for their own economies as well.
That's
100% agree. This kind of thing hits Stache in my market a lot as well, especially when you think of NFTs and the gaming aspect of it, because a lot of these third world countries, I know Stache knows this, Axie sponsorships and tons of other games, they're bringing a lot of crypto to third world countries and places where jobs are not at plethora, things that you can't do normally and make money to survive on, they can. I have family members in the Philippines who I gave an ETH to when it was only $300 an ETH. And as time went on, they have full Axie teams now that they're making money on. So I think Justin Sun, whether you like him or not, he can market. He has other platforms, his whole gaming brand that's in the shadows. So, there's lots that he can do. And then, getting these other countries and stuff is just the start for Justin Sun. And like me and Jay Change were saying earlier, other types of entrepreneurs. It doesn't have to be any of us. It could be other blockchain devs. There's so many that sit in the shadows. I'm meeting them here with their developers for these smaller games, and these guys are absolutely phenomenal. They just don't like to be on camera. They don't want to be the face that. They just like coding in games. So, the crypto world is just getting started. It's not just countries using it. It's every market that crypto can overtake. Real estate, anything that has money in it, crypto can do it.
I love that. All right, now, so this is where we're going to flip the way that we do this show. The last couple of weeks we've been doing it where we right off the rip get into the lightning round, but we think that it might be better to do this first topic and then hit a lightning based on the subject. Now, Paul, you kind of answered the question that I was going to ask, but I'm still going to ask it so I can get everyone's perspective. And now you have less than 5 seconds to make your answer. This isn't anything long-winded. It's basically just a yes or no. So here's the question. CryptoVet, I'm going to start with you. Now, Justin Sun said that the Tron Foundation will dissolve by next year and 3 supernodes associated with him will soon retire from Tron's technical grid. Does this signal that Tron is dead?
No.
Ragzy?
No.
Stache?
I don't.
It's a yes or no
question, man.
It's a yes or no.
I think yes. I'm gonna straight up say yes. I think it is. I think it's been dead.
Perfect. And then Paul, you were a no, right? It's asleep,
I'm a
not
no.
dead. Okay.
It's asleep.
All right. Perfect. All right, let's move on. Make sure that if you are watching this live, that you do throw some likes.
Smash the like.
throw the like, smash it. Just come on. These guys are up here, and lady are up here working hard on a Friday night for you. So go ahead and give them a like and make sure that you follow the content. Ragzy, I know that I'm seeing in the chat several times that we do not have a link to your channel.
Oh.
So we will get that. We will get that updated and put into the description. But if you wanted to say it really quick, or where they can find you, other than the Ragzy art.
Sure. My YouTube channel is Ragzi Crypto. I just started the YouTube channel. I'm very popular on TikTok. My handle is Ragzi Crypto on TikTok. And then my Twitter is Ragzi Art. My Instagram is Ragzi Art. And because I had a TikTok dedicated to my art, which is Ragzi Art, which is, I have a huge following on it. And I started a separate one for crypto. So it's at Ragzi Crypto for all the good blockchain stuff.
There we go.
My Twitter is Ragzi Arts, which
Perfect.
is the handle right here.
If you are in the chat, hit a +1 and a like for Ragzy, giving us those links. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Today, it was reported 83% of millennial millionaires have crypto in 2021. This was the year of crypto adoption, where institutional crypto investments and millennials turning into millionaires were common in the headlines. Now, we've been saying for years that crypto is going to be the largest transformation of wealth in human history, and we're actually starting to see this play out. Millennials are investing as high as 50% of their wealth in crypto, while on the other side, 4% of baby boomers have invested in digital assets, with only a quarter of Gen X owns crypto. If you are in the baby boomer group and you are watching us live, thank you very much for tuning in. You are in the top 4% of your bracket. So congratulations, and thank you for being here. All right, Paul, I'm going to start you out on this one. Will the new generation's rising interest in crypto market prove to be an issue for wealth managers, and in what ways?
Well, be an issue. I wouldn't call it an issue. I would say they need to pivot, right?
Mhm.
You see, just the fact that this statistic, 83% are new millionaires, we show that it is most people made millions of dollars through cryptocurrency. They need to pivot. They need to learn about crypto. They need to learn about blockchain. They have to learn about laws, accounting. Anybody that's a lawyer right now, an accountant right now, anything to do with finance, also has a chance to become a millionaire and pivot into this industry. It's their chance to, and it's going to be the young people buying, not because they're smarter. It's just that they're more adaptive, if you will. It's easier for them to improvise, adapt, and overcome because of the flexibility in their mind. They grew up with tech more than the boomers, if you will. So it's easier for them to understand. Just to answer a previous question that Stache was talking about earlier on. So yeah, they need to pivot, and I think we're gonna see a lot more millionaires. Maybe not in the next couple of years, but definitely in the next 5 years or decade or so in this sector.
I agree with you. Pivot is the right answer, in my opinion, only because they're not going to get out of the business, but what they have to do is find ways to make it more interesting, right? So let's see,
Exactly.
CryptoVet, let me ask you this question.
What you got?
Oh, there's Ben shirtless. He wrecked my world right there. All right. In this case, for Wall Street to get the powers to approve the ETFs in order to offer more exposure to Bitcoin and crypto assets, do you think that's something that we'll see?
Oh, we'll definitely some sort of regulation at some point. I think the SEC against Ripple right now is kind of the first aspect, and it really sucks that the SEC, is backing off on ETF or Bitcoin and Ethereum and their actual stance as a security, because now it kind of throws the whole crypto space into this kind of a shit show, right? Because if XRP it loses and Ripple loses this case, this is bad for the whole crypto sphere as a whole. So, I think right now they're trying to do everything they can to figure out a way to regulate this, but they don't know exactly how to do it yet, right? They say they're protecting us. They're lying. They're full of shit, just like Stache said before. They don't give a shit about us. No. So the thing is, how do we beat them and how do we protect ourselves? And, this crypto millionaires, a part of it has to do with inflation and had the money kind of being worthless, right? You might have one Bitcoin now and it's only worth 46 or whatever it is, head into 43. But, 1 year from now, let's say it's worth 5 times that, right? It's still 1 Bitcoin. And that's the difference. We have a decentralized currency now. They're going to figure out what they can do to get their piece in the pie, because that's their power. That's their grip on everything of the country. So they're going to come up with something soon. And I just hope it doesn't make it to where I have to leave the U.S., find a new home.
Portugal or Puerto Rico might be calling our names pretty soon here. All right.
I'm in Dubai.
Oh, yeah? Is that where you are?
No, I'm in Texas. But
that's right.
It'd be fun to go somewhere else, right?
That was stupid. I actually knew that you were in Texas. That's where I used to live.
You try Cyprus. Cyprus is trying to become the next Malta.
All right, Ragzy, I'm coming to you on this one now. Knowing that the crypto markets are extremely volatile, do you consider investing in crypto a riskier play versus investing in traditional markets?
Well, I think everything's a risk at the end of the day. And yes, it's risky, but I'm a millennial, and you have to remember, like, on this topic of millennials, like, we kind of, in our age, our teenage years in college and all of this, like, we grew up with social media. We're all for, like, the next new thing. For the longest time, like, millennials were talked about, like, oh, we're rebellious, we don't want to work, right? We're lazy. That was like a thing. Because of social media. And crypto is like the new thing, and you're going to see, I'm not surprised that all these millionaires are jumping on this crypto kind of bandwagon, because we've seen, publicly, a lot of these YouTuber and social media stars increase their net worth significantly just in this past bull run. Like, we're talking like 25 to 30%, millions of dollars. That's really alluring to the millennials as an investment strategy. So I think at the end of the day, everything's risky, right? So for someone like me who's already invested in stocks, yeah, I could invest in more stocks, but how much more time do we actually have before the stock market completely crashes, right? We're running out of time here. It's going to happen sooner or later. We've just printed all of this money. We're definitely due for a stock market crash. So it's kind of like, it's all risky at the end of the day. And yes, you're dealing with the volatility in the crypto markets. But if you look at, like, back, when Bitcoin first started to take its huge run in 2017, like, we're so far up. And I think, as millennial investors, especially the millionaires, since we're talking about the millionaires, they have the money to gamble with, and if they can put 250 grand or a couple million in some crypto, and the upside of that is they get 30% to, like, even a 10x their money, they're going to do that rather than putting in a stock that they have to hold over 10 years to get like a 15 to 20% yield. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how these markets play out, and I think you're going to see a lot of these Gen Zers adopt it as well, as they're starting to get their own money, right, from these jobs they're working. I feel like they're going to be full blown invested in crypto. I think stocks are going to be not as alluring, to our generations.
Well, that is really a really great answer. Hello, nice to meet you. Good to see you.
Hello. Oh, hey, how are you?
Hey, I took the show over. Justin actually, God rest his soul, he actually choked on something and he's gone. He won't be coming on the show anymore. So.
Oh no, it wasn't a Lego, was it?
Was it a Lego? Oh, he talked. He's not dead. I was wrong. I just want to hop on and say hello and tell everybody I hope everybody has a good weekend. And we just did our we had one local recipient of our BitBoy Crypto Secret Santa, so we went and just handed out a check for $4,000 to a family in need. Really exciting stuff. So just wanted to hop on here for a second.
Smash the like for that.
Yeah, smash the like for that. The other 4 families are not local, but we got to go visit that family, and it was really great stuff. So I've got an 80s birthday party I've got to go to tonight. And so I decided what I'm going to do is I'm wearing my Pluto is a Planet Pluto Alliance shirt, because everybody knows back in the 80s, Pluto was a planet. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'll see you all later.
Well, I knew there was going to be a special guest, but I didn't know it was that special of a guest.
It's a dwarf planet.
Oof. All right.
Can you remove a point, or is that?
Yeah.
It's a dwarf planet. I think I get a point for that.
We'll give you.
I'm right there with you, Ragzy. You know, it is not even. I wouldn't even consider it a dwarf planet. It's just a crappy little asteroid out there that we keep banging around with. And you know what? I'm going to rise up to be the leader of Pluto is not a planet alliance, and I'm going to rally all the troops against all these stupid aliens and smash on them in the NFT world. So that's coming. Watch.
Well, there's
Is that a
5
euphemism?
dwarf planets, and Pluto's one of them. Pluto is so small. Do you know it fits in the size of the United States?
That's what they say.
Really?
That's why it's not a planet. It's just an asteroid.
All right, guys. I'm the host of this show. You let me ask the questions. Okay?
All these small jokes are hitting close to home, so just move on.
All right. So my last question about this, and then we were going to get into another topic about stable coins driving mass adoption, but that one to me might be kind of boring. I've seen a lot of people in the chat want to know about bull run, Bitcoin. Is the bull run over stuff? So I think I want to ask one last question about this millennial millionaires topic that we're on, and then just kind of get into a quick discussion about what everybody's market sentiment. It is Friday. We're going into the weekend, so I hope that you guys would at least let them down easy if you're feeling bearish. But my question would come to anybody that has children. And so raise your hand really quick so I know if you do have children. A Stache, you do.
I'm the only one, am I? I'm the only one. I freaking knew it. Throw it to me, baby. Let's hear it.
Okay. So my question
Santa
is,
Stache knows all.
Does your daughter hold crypto?
She does, actually. I have a specific wallet just for her, all set up, and she has some Bitcoin in there, and she likes to look at it every once in a while. I'm like, what's Bitcoin at, Dad? What is that? Like, how much money have I made since when I put it in there?
Perfect. That was my follow-up question was, do you I have a 2-month-old daughter. She's got a full Bitcoin. She doesn't know anything about it yet. When she gets older, I'll explain it to her and yada, yada, yada. But, my question was, does your daughter know that she holds crypto, and does she talk to her friends about it? Do they engage in any kind of conversation like, oh, my dad's in crypto, I have some, or do you kind of just keep that private?
No, for sure. Like, she this is actually money that she put in there. So I matched her contribution, 200%. So
Nice.
whatever she puts in, I match it 200%, and we buy Bitcoin with it. And so it's not like I just bought it for her and set it aside. Like she has an active role in it. And it's funny. She I don't know how much she talks to her friends about it, but she did come to me and she was like, Dad, my friends think you're famous. They think you're famous because you're a big famous YouTuber and you do NFTs. And my friend does NFTs. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. I'm about it. So I'm the famous Dad Stache as well.
Nice. Well, that's cool. I'm excited that she does hold some crypto. I thought that was very important for me to implement into my my own family's life. So, all right, let's just move into the last question again. It could be a quick discussion or whatever you guys want. I mean, we're kind of running low on time, but it is Friday, so we'll figure it out. So markets. I know I personally am not happy seeing it touch 54 again. What do you guys think? Where are we at in this little cycle? Or not 54?
44.
Said I wish 54.
Yeah, I know. I said that. I'm like, wait a second. That
sounds great.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Like, where do you think we're at in this part of the cycle? Are we still in a bull market? Or are we kind of on the way
Just
out? Setting up for the epic run?
At least that's where I think. I mean, I think this is.
I think we're still in a bull market.
Yeah,
I agree. I think we're definitely still in a bull market.
On that. I think we're still in a bull market. I could be completely wrong. I still believe we have a little bit of a ways to go, just following the patterns of 2017. Not that much longer, but I think we're still in it. And I don't know. I feel like it's being. We haven't seen like all these companies utilize this technology in ways that they're doing now, as opposed to like 2017. So you have more of these major companies and institutional money kind of onboarding into crypto. A lot more investors. We're seeing
100%.
crypto, how it's moving globally in these smaller countries, like how we mentioned Granada earlier. So it is a little different this time, as it is expanding more on a global scale this time than it had in the past. So that's why I feel like it's still going to run a little longer, but we know in crypto, anyone could be wrong, could be completely wrong. And I don't know about you guys, but I do look at the moon cycle. So according to that, we're due for a pump later tonight, maybe around 1, 2 a.m.
Oh, man.
Okay.
About 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
I live streamed. I live
So
streamed the last news cycle because it was the Beaver eclipse. I really like space. It was the Beaver eclipse, and I was live streaming at TikTok at like 2 a.m. and it did immediately start to pump right when the eclipse happened. It was crazy.
it's
So I'll
interesting.
be doing that again.
That's one of my daughter's feeding times in the middle of the night, so I'll be awake. I'll be watching this. I may put in along. I'm supposed to be off the leverage trading. It's a loser's game for me. I've been off the sauce now for about a week or something. But anyway, Stache or Paul, you guys got anything to contribute on the market sentiment? What you're feeling, how you're feeling? Either put people at ease or just let them down slowly.
So I personally called the top being in December, beginning 2022, and I'm going to stick by that. However, on Around the Blockchain last time and on my channel as well, the Crypto Factor, I said that this doesn't feel like it's the top just yet. I think we still have a leg more up. I still feel we're going to go up from here. Now, that said, there is definitely going to be a drop, in my opinion, after that. Whether it's going to be a bear market, the beginning of the bear market, or just a massive drop that will look like a bear market and scare people out. However, I still think we're going to go up. And let's put it this way. Chances are, even if we don't go back up, if we don't break all-time highs from here, we are expecting sort of a dead cat bounce if we go down to a bear market anyway. So if you are worried, and I still think you have a chance to take profits at a higher price from here. That would be mine.
All right. I love your thoughts and your sentiment there. Stache, you got anything to add, or are you done for the day?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I think that, we're right now what we're seeing is a little bit of kind of a weak hand shakeout. And I think we're going to see that continue a little bit more. We may even see the price drop down to the low 40,000 ranges before we head back up. I could easily see that happening. I could easily see it getting down to that level, really, really getting a good shake of all these weekends that people thinking they're starting to panic. A lot of new people that have come into the space this year, and they start to panic and they start panic selling. And that's when the long-term thinkers got you. That's when the institutions got you. And so I think that's what we're going to kind of see here. And I don't want to last through December and into January. I'm really hoping it doesn't. I want that Santa rally just like you guys. And Santa Stache is going to try and bring it to you. But this kind of like, choppy action may actually last through the end of December going into January. But I think that we still got some steam left in the bowl.
All right. Well, if you're in the
it's all
chat,
perspective on bull markets or not. So it's all perspective, right? Where we are. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin the whole way, it's never been in a bear market. So if you believe in crypto and decentralization and, getting away from the governments and trying to, expand from there, it's a bull run all the time. So you just gotta, if you're trying to day trade and all that, it's a different strategy. Yeah, I wouldn't buy right now. I would probably put in a short for just a little bit down to catch a bottom at 42,000. And then I would be more inclined for a long. So swing trading right now, yeah, of course, I sold some Bitcoin at 60,000. Again, for the second top, right? And as it is a double top and we're going into a bear market, it'll be a much shorter bear market compared to 2013 and 2017 because we're not copying them. We're doing things that are similar as we get more money influxed in, more institutional. We have more new wallet addresses across tons of blockchains. Doesn't matter what their new entry is, meme coins, NFTs, anything. It's all getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you like crypto and invest now, you'll always, in history, you've only had to wait 4 years. That's it. 4 years. If you can be patient for 4 years and not touch whatever the fuck you just bought, you'll be good.
it's going to change your life.
Unless it's Tron.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
That one. All right.
I could throw a couple others in there too, but I just thought that was fun.
We'll try that. We'll try that next Friday, Stache. All right. Well, that will do it for all the questions. Ragzy, congratulations.
Go Ragzy.
First time on the show.
Yay.
First win.
Rigged.
Gotta love it.
Rigged. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
it's all right.
Hashtag rigged. Dropped a rigged in the chat.
She sent the most ETH to my wallet, so that's how the show
This
goes
is
when I
crypto.
host.
I'm all for it.
Gotta.
Yep. All right.
Mini
Well, that
whale
gives
down
you.
here? Okay.
Let's hear your parting words.
Parting words, I'd say, yeah, I'm bullish at least for the time being. I think I love the confetti. Yeah. I think we're gonna see, the downswings like we always see. But for the time being, I'm bullish, and I do think that, aside from the millennial millionaires, because I think that was a topic, you're gonna see just a lot of millennials in general and Gen Zers kind of coming into this crypto market and adopting it very, very, very fast. And I think that, yeah, you know, blockchain's the future, and I'm excited to see all the new projects evolve this upcoming year.
Perfect. I love it. Congratulations. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Around the Blockchain here on BitBoy Crypto. Make sure that you tune back in Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern. I will be back. We will be back. Bringing you all the best of information that happened over the weekend and on Monday. So make sure in the interim that you get outside, get some fresh air. It is the holiday season, so call someone you love and just see how they're doing. Check in on them, and we will see you next week. Have a good one.